What's up, everybody, and by popular demand, welcome to Team Pizza Play's Darkest Dungeon. I think this is the first time on this channel we've actually had a ton of people come together and actually request a game to be played. Like, I reviewed this over on the Whatthefnu channel, and so many people were like, hey, you should play this on Team Pizza Plays. I second that notion. I third that notion. I'm just sitting here like, well, how can I say no to that many requests? So, here we are.
What he doesn't know is that I blackmailed each and every one of them.
Yes, we're taking a little trip to your home turf here, aren't we?
Exactly. I figured if I could get you to explore Molly Mystery, then I can get all of them to make you explore Darkest Dungeon.
What are we gonna name our file here?
Ooh,
As the local elder god, I'll give you the privileges for this one.
We're going to name our campaign, let's see, something dark, horrible, oppressive. Konami!
Alright. Konami! Begin the adventure into the lands beyond.
Back when the world was new, and there was a nasty
Hold on
mess.
a second, a cutscene's happening.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
whoa.
I accidentally skipped it there. I have these little buttons on my keyboard that can turn the volume up and down so I can actually hear what's going on sometimes, or mute it down if I don't want to hear the game as much. Some games actually recognize that as a prompt, though, and they take it as the input to skip a cutscene or something to that effect. Whoops. I guess just one more reason to play the game yourself if you want to pick it up. So
they work a bit like Toon Boom. The second you press any button, it's Armageddon.
Sort of like the universe-ending button in Ren and Stimpy.
Or better yet
now,
than
please do not press the button that ends the universe. So of course you do it.
You gotta press it. It's the history eraser button. Who wouldn't press that? Okay, people with common sense wouldn't press that button, but still, it's the history eraser button. I'd press it in a heartbeat.
All right, welcome to the old road, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's gonna be throwing a lot of tutorials at us here in a second, but I'll basically tell you what's going on. If you want to travel to a new room, you click it on the map down here. To move left and right, you use A and D. You've got your two adventurers here you start with, Reynold and Dismas. They are always named that, and you always start with these two guys. It's not a bad team, I'll say that much.
It's okay, I guess.
When you get into combat, you have several abilities that you can use depending on where you'll have to excuse the gameplay explanations, by the way. It is the first episode, so I feel like we should get this out of the way.
You failed.
You have several abilities that you can use based on where you are and where your enemy is. You'll notice we can use Open Vein and Grape Shot because, as you can tell by the red dots, the enemy is in the first spot here. However, we can't use Pistol Shot because it can't hit an enemy that's too close. So, because there's only one enemy, Grape Shot Blast hits 3, we'll just use Open Vein, which also has a chance to bleed the enemy, you'll notice. 100% base chance, and you'll notice he has a 20% resistance. So let's see if we get lucky. Little bit of lag right there. No, he resisted it. Great. Well, Reynolds going to take a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, we can fix that. I mean, they're no Pinhedro, but I'm sure we can make do.
There actually is... There's no Pinhedro in this game at all, but we do have one kind of equivalent. There is one class I think is infinitely more useful than the other ones, but we'll get to that as soon as we reach the Hamlet.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Turns out they're not very useful at all.
Oh no, trust me. You press every advantage you can get in this game. Mark my words for it.
Oh, trust me. I've been down this road before, mainly because I live at the end of it.
There we go. Put a little pressure on the guy in the back. Let's use the Bulwark of Faith here, just to take the heat off of my highwaymen.
Yeah, just show him his boss. I know I had a thing.
Alright, I definitely want to end this guy in the front very, very quickly. You'll notice that didn't just do HP damage. This is the main mechanic in this game, is your characters can also get stressed as time goes on. As they take more and more damage to stress, they might start to go insane. They'll start to develop complexes, they'll start to... and if they get way too stressed, they might end up suffering from a heart attack, which would be really, really bad.
Well, so basically they're working. So basically, someone who works retail.
Essentially. Let's see here.
I mean, you push carts long enough, you develop some kind of complex.
Yeah. Oh, I've got 1.5 million stories I could tell about that. Do you want to start this off with that? Just talking retail stories.
Yes. Because I brought it up, shall go second.
Alright. Well, here's the first question I want to ask. What do you think is worse, a slow day or a fast day? Because most people would think that a slow day would be a good thing when you're working retail. Quite the contrary. Because of the simple fact that at least on a busy day, you have something to keep your mind occupied with.
You are so right!
On a slow day, all you can do is look out the window and try to telepathically summon people you know to the parking lot.
Oh my god.
You laugh, it worked once.
No, it's... See, for you have people that live near you, in your vicinity, that you could telepathically summon. Me, everyone lives eons away. So I have to go, come on, friends, family. I don't have any of that.
So yeah, we completed the quest.
Oh yeah, we were doing something, weren't we?
Yeah, we got 4 crests out of that, a lot of gold, and the quest reward. Note that you only get the things up here if you actually complete the quest. This game, for reasons I'll explain here in a little bit, Reynold developed a bad trait here. Let's see if Dismas is a little luckier. Yes, he is. He's now thick-blooded. Apparently he learned something from that trapped chest he had to resolve. I'm not too worried about this bad trait that he got, because I don't like taking heroes to the tavern to begin with.
Yeah, we don't want to see Mo. He's a bit of a sad sack. Bring the party down.
Well, it's more than that. But I'll get more into detail on that when we actually get into the Hamlet here.
Welcome home. Such as it is.
So what we've got here, it'll show your activity log, all of the different things that happen to you during each week. I know there's an announcer talking in the background, but I want to get this out of the way. Quest goals. These are all of the caretaker goals. Basically, if you follow these, you'll eventually complete the story, quote-unquote. Like, there are roster goals, like raise characters to a certain morale level, defeat all of these boss characters, so on and so forth. Now, there are a whole bunch of different places we can visit. If anybody dies, we can check who they were in the graveyard. We can go to the Ancestors' Memoirs, which is where we can view the story, again, quote-unquote. If we complete these particular goals here, then we'll be able to see more and more things that our ancestors went through, all of the different failings that they had. And then finally, we have our stagecoach over here, which is one of the most important things about building our party. People will come here week after week. Like, we've got Howard, a plague doctor. Looks like he comes loaded with battlefield medicine, a blinding gas ability, plague... What?
You say his name is Howard, all I can think of is the duck.
Well, he does have one of those beaky masks. Maybe that's actually not just a... That's not just a symbolic thing, he's actually hiding the face under there.
You see, actually, you know what those crazy masks are actually for?
Yes, you filled them with herbs to try and ward off the plague back in the day, because that's how germs work.
Oh, I thought I could surprise you with the draw man fact of the day. Hold on, let me fabricate a new one. The mask was actually for, the doctors were actually storks. That's why we say the stork delivers the baby, because storks were actually doctors back in the Middle Ages, apparently.
They just gave up. They decided to release their intelligence and embrace the pain.
They just decided, yeah,
I want to
forget
upgrade
it.
the stagecoach here at least twice. Once to get more room in our barracks, so we can have both a full party and backups. And also upgrade it once again so that the number of people we have to choose from every week is 3. But most of the things I want to save for right now are over here. I want to save them for the Abbey, the Sanitarium, the Guild, and the Blacksmith. You'll understand why I don't like the Tavern in a bit. But now that we've got Reynold the Knight, Dismas the Highwayman, or what is this guy's class again? He is a Crusader. Got it. We have Howard the Duck, or Howard the Stork in this case, I guess. He's his long-forgotten cousin. And Paris the Vestal. We've actually got a good bit of healing here. This isn't bad. We got both Battlefield Medicine and we've got Divine Grace, so we're doing all right for ourselves. The game's being surprisingly nice so far. What's going on here? I'm scared.
If our Dark Souls experience has taught us anything, next thing you know, you're gonna run into like a level 900 gazebo.
Yeah, these guys will work in either of the back spots, so...
Gazebos are dicks.
They're the usual suspects is the name of this particular team. The first 4 people we started with. First
That
4
sounds
classes.
like the name of a... Sounds like the name of a band. The Usual Suspects.
Is that the name of a band? I'd be very surprised if it wasn't.
You know, let's see.
Alright, here's another interesting detail about this game. You have to buy supplies before every single adventure you go on. Obviously, the more supplies you buy, the more gold you spend, but the better prepared you'll be for anything that could happen to you. It recommends you take 4 torches. I recommend you take 6. You're gonna need more than 4, I assure you. And we're gonna take 1 skeleton key just in case we come across any chests. Using it on the chest can usually get us more rewards too, so it's worth taking at least 1.
Not only is it a band, but it was also a 1995 crime drama.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. I thought I had heard the term somewhere.
It was a thing. But on the subject of the gameplay mechanic, I also have a skeleton key. I use it to unlock my skeleton box. What's in the skeleton box?
Those are all of the attacks I used on you. It feels like yesterday, even though it was about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, you know, oh, I have lost my train of thought completely.
You're welcome. By the way, yes, I knew you always start this quest by finding an unburned torch. I planned around that, okay?
The way is lit.
Oh yeah, it's like playing Minecraft. Always have plenty of torches, kids.
And you can never have enough torches in that game.
Tell me about it. In fact, you also fight skeletons in that game. Maybe Darkest Dungeon is just a higher resolution Minecraft.
Here's the thing about this particular status effect. Like, Plague, or Blight, it's called. Like, skeletons can't bleed, obviously, so an attack like Open Vein isn't going to be too useful against this guy. But they can still suffer from Blight, which you'd think from the name would be like a disease, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
or something to that effect.
Yeah, it's a blight on your house or something like that. Yeah, go on.
But the way this is going, it seems more like Blight could very well be like an acidic disease or something, or maybe poison. This guy's packing heat, man, is all I'm saying. Yeah, let's open this chest normally, because there's a bigger one at the end of this journey, so.
I mean, if
Bleeding. Nice. This is all good stuff.
Yeah, if Captain America's taught me anything, Blight just refers to pollution.
Bleed skill chance. We're gonna give that to the only person who can do that, which is, wait a minute. Oh, Hellion only. Got it. So I assume that other thing was, oh, common. Got it. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll just hold on to that in case I ever encounter a Hellion, which, I'm not gonna lie, that's not my favorite class in the world. The whole idea behind them is they're basically the Berserker class, which is, in a game that already asks you to take so many sacrifices, asks you to take so many risks in the name of making progress, it's a little strange that they even introduce a class where you can sacrifice even more, make things even riskier for yourself. Don't you think?
I'm sorry, I zoned out again. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out what it was I was doing. I was here.
Crap, I didn't want that guy to do that. 19 stress damage. Holy crap.
This is how a life is taken.
You'll also notice one other thing that happened to that character. One other big mechanic in this game that's caused a lot of back and forth in the community. A lot of, there are two major things that the community has gotten really up in arms about for various reasons. The ideas of corpses, which is what enemies leave behind, those weren't there back in the original version of the game. Those are a new mechanic, as is one other thing called heart attacks. I mentioned these before. If anybody in your team reaches 200 stress, which is the maximum, they'll suffer a heart attack, which puts them in a state called at death's door, which you normally only get to if you run out of HP. If you're already at death's door and you suffer a heart attack, your character will just die straight up. So, heart attacks are bad, is what I'm trying to get at.
People die when they're dead.
Yeah, I guess that went without saying, didn't it?
No, heart attacks are good if the heart is attacking someone besides you. I mean, when you think about it, isn't love a heart attack? Like when you're bothering someone, when you're constantly calling and pestering somebody on the phone because you are in love with them, isn't that technically a heart attack?
I think you're trying to twist other people's words against them. That's
I
what
will.
You're doing.
I will do everything against everything.
No damage, but at least I hit him with Blight. I need to do 3 damage to that guy. Let's see if I can make that happen. Okay, guaranteed at least 3 damage with this attack if it hits. Yes, okay. 1 less enemy to worry about as soon as their turn starts. Nice. This is going all right so far. Ooh, nice. That's why you keep a Crusader on your side.
I am going.
All that damage against Undead.
I'm going to make that noise my ringtone.
What?
Every time you call.
It's just something that's very satisfying. Wow, why does the frame rate keep eating it here and there? Wasn't doing this the last time I was recording the game, I'll say that much.
You know, you ever play that game SCP?
This is getting really bad, actually.
No, it's getting good. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Keep
we got
going.
2 food off of that too. What's this right here? Who has the least amount of stress right now? Surprise, surprise, it's our Crusader. What's this holy fountain all about? Ornate fountain of holy purport. You know what? We've got an extra holy water. We could try using it. Divine benefit. Nice. Oh, it healed us and reduced some of our stress. Woohoo! Doing the logical thing actually worked out for us for once. How about that? There is a curio over here. You know what I'm going to do what most people don't do? I'm going to go back for a little bit. I'm going to go check it out because we've got enough food to work with. We're having a fairly good run so far. There's nothing waiting in this hallway for us. I think we can actually pull this off. Taking the 1 extra battle. Watch me immediately regret this down the road. That contains loot. Another skeleton key, so I could have ended up using that one, no problem. Alright. What? What's so funny? What do you know that I don't?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
Have you been watching playthroughs of this game? Do you know something?
No. I actually know Jack.
Okay.
Another person is sending me a thing via Skype. And let's just say they sent me over 1,000 word balloons from various types of illicit materials.
Good to know? Question mark.
I mean, speaking of unknowable tomes. Sorry.
Ah, stun resist. Crap. I was hoping I'd be able to stop him right there, because he would have taken damage and he wouldn't have been able to attack. That bleed could be bad, but you know what would be worse is leaving this guy alive, so... Bam! Nice strong hit. And if he moves again, then... Who do I hit with this? I'd like to hit somebody with this. You know what? I'm just gonna help Reynolds stay alive. Take all that bleeding off of him. Besides, we've got the scatter shot anyway, so we can take down an enemy. I love the Highwayman. That grape shot ability is the best. It is the absolute best in this game. Very few skills can actually match how powerful that is. I didn't even need to stun that guy. Probably could have increased the torch level.
At least promises
How about we drag a skeleton key onto that chest? Yup, it unlocks a hidden compartment. We get extra stuff out of that. I gotta press this advantage early on, man. I gotta take advantage of when the game is still relatively easy. There's a trap right there, and of course, I'm gonna use my Highwayman to get rid of that, because he seems like the sneakiest among us. Plus, that reduces a little bit of his stress. Our Vestal and our Plague Docker aren't doing too hot in that department, though. If I get
Plague Docker?
Yes, he docks all of your plagues.
Well,
They come
let's
here
see.
on boats. Somebody's got to regulate their passage into the country.
What plague is on the docket? Ah, the Black Plague.
More food, too. Nice.
Well, yeah, when everyone dies, you get more food. I mean, yeah.
Less mouths to feed. Hunger. Yes, let's eat 3 food and everybody regains 5% health. We were prepared for that. Look at all this gold. Look at all this no final battle? Really? Huh. Well, I'll be. Oh, because I don't need to go to the final room. Right. It's explore 90% of rooms, but you know what? I'm going to continue adventuring. I didn't come this far just to leave now. Click, please. Okay, I don't know what's happening with this game right now, but it's being a little bit agitating. I know I don't have the best computer in the world, but still.
Oh, you see, you need to buy
may we find
a
victory.
super duper mega Mac.
Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that. Shoot. Everybody suffers stress damage now. Maybe this was a bad idea. Yeah, and look at this guy back here. The courtier. Crap, he got to use it right off the bat? Screw that guy. Alright, so what that is, Tempting Goblet, it's a stress damaging attack. It barely does any HP damage. Its only purpose is to stress out your party members. Jerk.
Impressive.
What?
I got a critical attack on that guy, which reduces a bit of stress, but it's not enough. I need to hit him with one more skill so that the plague finishes him off. Alright, what has the most accuracy? 80. Do the one that at least heals her, too. Ooh, nice. We're doing good here. If the game would stop lagging for 2 seconds and actually play for a bit. I'm so sorry you guys have to watch this. I don't know what's happening with my computer right now other than the usual, it's being a piece of shit.
No, you see, it's because you can't comprehend the true eldritch nature of this game. I'm watching this in like 2,000 HP right now. That's a lot of
Shit,
HP.
pushed him back. Now my line's all messed up. Look at this. Who do I punish for that? 4 to 7 damage. 4 to 8 damage. I have a better chance of killing this guy. Well, forget you too, then. Yeah, let's go for the guaranteed kill. Let's at least take down who we can on that.
I keep imagining.
Oh
that.
no!
Unbalanced.
Shit. Howard the Stork is already at death's door.
Oh, he's still out. I'm glad we're keeping that name. But you know how this...
What do I do here? He's at 6. He needs to take at least 2 more damage. Alright, smite his ass. You didn't smite it hard enough.
No gold star for you.
Not at all.
Decisive pummeling.
Yeah, crit. For
Look
one.
at how they wither and die.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
4 damage down.
Yeah, he just steps
Come
over
on,
his friend's
don't get to move
corpses.
again. Pistol shot. Boom! Critical right at the end. And nobody is suffering too heavy stress damage yet.
Trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Now we can open this chest, which is what I wanted to do right from the start. Take all that and get the hell out of D.
So you know how when the fight happens and you have a screen at the bottom of you have your little menu at the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that looks like the floor that they're standing on just takes a 90-degree drop, and that if you just nudged everyone to the side, they all just fall to their death. So every time I watch you fight, I just think, just push everyone off the edge.
Ah, damn it, Reynold. 75. I need to get rid of that very quickly. Warren Scrounger. Okay, that's good. And he got 2 out of that. Obsessed with material things, but +2 speed if the torch is above 75. And sickly. -10% disease resist. Not the best, because we got 3 bad ones and 2 good ones. And the good ones aren't even that good.
They're good, but they're
I guess
not
I shouldn't be
great.
too surprised, but at the same time...
Well, you know, they're just not good enough. They need to die. They need to go away for a while. They need to go to a farm far, far away.
I can send them to the Abbey for a little bit, as long as... Okay, this guy. The caretaker. He'll always occupy one spot in every single place that you can reduce stress. You've got your Abbey here, where people can meditate, they can pray to a higher power, or, as this one describes it, flagellation brings absolution.
Well,
And then, of course, you've also got the tavern here. Let me run this one by you. We've got the bar, the gambling hall, and the brothel. You can drink
Go
your
on.
cares away to reduce your stress. You can try gambling to reduce your stress, or you can visit a house of ill repute. Gee, I can't imagine how any of these could possibly go wrong.
well, you see, if I stare down the great old ones, I'd want a Roy Rogers too.
And that's the thing about this game is the only stress relief activity I've noticed that doesn't have the chance of a negative side effect is the transept here, praying, which I guess makes sense within the context of the world. Sometimes I sent this one guy to the cloister, he went off on a spiritual journey for like 5 adventures and he didn't come back. And when he got back, he had syphilis. I'm like, oh, sure, yeah, spiritual journey, uh-huh, whatever, dude.
Hey.
Divine.
Nunneries, man.
God.
Especially
before I
Venetian
send anybody
nunneries.
off to deal with their stress, let's look at the stagecoach, see who we got. Well, we've got a backup Crusader, backup Plague Doctor, and a Hellion, of course. None of these are the classes I was looking for.
You don't want Hellboy
How
on your
inept
side?
are you guys? Nocturnal.
You don't want Hellboy on your side?
Not really. Not for the things I have to do. Right, okay, let me describe this class to you. Wicked Hack, basic melee attack, okay? Nothing too bad. If it bleeds, okay? Bleeding on an enemy. Minus 35% damage mod though, so, take it or leave it. Adrenaline Rush, Cure Blight and Bleed, Self plus 20% damage. Bleed out. Self, minus 20% damage, minus 15 dodge. Look at some of these other abilities, too. Barbaric Yop, minus 20% damage, minus 15% dodge. Breakthrough, also, negative stats if you use that skill. And here are some of the camping skills this friggin' class has. Like, oh, there was this one here. Is this it? Yes, reject the gods. Self only, reduce stress by 30. All companions, if not religious, increase stress by 7. If religious, increase stress by 15. Why on earth would you use this class? That is so awful.
Well, maybe it's because you're religious.
Unbelievable. It's just dumb, and I need to take her anyway. That's the worst part. Because I'm gonna need replacements for the characters that I'm gonna leave behind this adventure. Because these guys need to deal with their stress. I can't just leave them at like 82 and 89.
Oh man, Dagon's really bringing me down. But Mo the bartender sure hooked me up with the flaming Mo. That helped lower the stress. It tastes like cough syrup, but then you add fire and it's good.
Okay. This is going to be a very interesting team that we're going to be bringing to the next one, because I need to send... Who's going to go off to pray? Who do I risk? I can't risk my healer going off on a spiritual journey for a while, so Paris, you go pray. Howard, you go meditate. And I swear to God, if you're not here when I come back...
Well, here's the thing. If they get syphilis from their holy journey, they can just pray it away.
Yes, because that's how germs work.
Oh yeah, it said Jesus healed the sick and the blind. Boom. Healing. There you go.
Alright. I think that's actually going to bring us to the end of our first episodes here. So, next time on Team Pizza Plays Darkest Dungeon, we will be continuing our journeys to restore the great Konami estate. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu.
Oh, that estate is beyond saving.
It kind of is, actually. We'll see you again next time. Later, everybody.
Ah.